Still thinking. All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Lights On After School. It is the 2025 Lights On After School virtual celebration for the California Expanded Learning Leadership Awards. Today, I am Malia Villarreal with the California AfterSchool Network, and we're so excited to celebrate all of the amazing work happening in California and to celebrate the awardees that we have for today. We'll go ahead and get started, and I'm going to pass it on to Melissa to share a little bit about what Lights On is.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Lights On After School. My name is Melissa Perez, and I'm here with you from the California AfterSchool Network, representing Santa Ana, Region 9, woot woot. I just wanted to go over before we jump into all of our wonderful celebration, just talk a little bit about what is Lights On After School? And so since its launch in 2000, Lights On After School has been the only nationwide rally celebrating after school programs. Every year we have more than 8,000 after school programs across the country, drawing over 1 million people to join celebrations of the impact these programs have on children, youth, families, and communities. And so we are excited to celebrate with you all. Happy Lights On, and I will be passing it off to Heather.
Great. Thank you, Melissa. So just really briefly, before we get into it, want to say that we have a long history in California of our Expanded Learning Leadership Awards. And so this is a picture from the first time. This is in front of our state capitol, and you'll see Michael there. And so it started with really wanting to recognize one person who had years and years of great service for after school programs in California, and she was set to retire. And so a few folks at CDE and the Expanded Learning Division wanted to recognize her for her work. And so since that time, we've really evolved our leadership awards to what they are today. And so it really is an opportunity in California for us to spotlight the folks that are working every day to make sure that our programs are available and they're high quality and they're supporting kids, they're supporting families. And so we really just want to take today to celebrate you all and recognize your leadership throughout the state. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Michael Funk from the CDE Expanded Learning Division.
Thank you, Heather, and thank you for that picture from the past in front of the steps of the Capitol. Brings back some good memories. Lights On After School, it's one of my favorite days of the year. And I was thinking this morning, like 25 years ago, this week, for this day, I was preparing to greet elected officials at AP Giannini Middle School on the west side of San Francisco. And our students were prepared to lead groups of dignitaries through the middle school after school program. And I was preparing a policy brief for the state and local elected officials, and with just a big celebration. And then we'd have a big parade with hundreds of kids from elementary schools and middle schools, and we'd parade around the sunset and be some type of a traffic hazard probably, but it was a great celebration, a great day. And today, in previous Lights On events, when we had ACEs in 21st Century, and that was the extent of our funding, we kind of estimated there was probably 30,000 plus staff across California. And just recognizing today the small number of staff who have just done exemplary work and have dedicated their lives and risen to the top and been recognized by those that see them and care about them. Well, that was back then. And with the expansion of Expanded Learning Opportunities program funding, we're probably well over 100,000 staff in California. So today we're recognizing a few of over 100,000 leaders. And for the people we're going to recognize today, there are people who have worked tirelessly. You're going to hear from them. You're going to hear from those who nominated them. I had the privilege, like my favorite part of my job is when I had the privilege of calling each one of them by phone and letting them know that they were going to receive this award today. And it's always a fun experience because at least half of them thought they were in trouble. Like, why does Michael Funk want to talk to me? What's going on? What's happening? You could hear that nervousness in their voice. And then when I told them that they were receiving the award, there was typically a moment of silence and a deep breath and some disbelief and even some tears. It's the best part of my job. And these are people that do what I admonish us all to do every day, which is lead with love. They have passion for their work. They are committed to their work. And I'm so happy that today we have set aside this time to recognize them for all the amazing things they've done and the lives they've transformed. And to help me kick off the event today, I'm happy to introduce my boss, Deputy Superintendent for Public Instruction at the California Department of Ed for the Student Success and Career Readiness Branch, Dr. Erica Torres.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much, Michael.
Welcome, Dr. Torres.
Thank you so much, Michael, and good morning, everyone. As Michael mentioned, my name is Erica Torres, and I have the honor of serving as Deputy Superintendent of Public Instruction at the California Department of Education. And on behalf of our State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Tony Thurmond, I'm so honored to welcome you to the 2025 Lights On After School Celebration and California Expanded Learning Leadership Awards. And today we're shining the light on you, our amazing leaders whose passion, dedication, and vision make expanded learning thrive across California. You are the mentors and champions who inspire our students. You strengthen our communities every single day. Congratulations to each of our honorees for your exceptional commitment and innovative leadership. In California, expanded learning is an essential part of our educational system. Our programs extend learning beyond the school day, surrounding students with caring mentors and transformational experiences that truly change lives. With over $5 billion in state investment, California proudly leads the nation in building the most comprehensive and high quality expanded learning system in the world. And every day, expanded learning leaders foster belonging, creativity, collaboration, imagination, and critical thinking. You build bridges between schools, families, and communities, creating spaces where students feel safe, connected, engaged, supported, and inspired to reach their full potential. So today, as we celebrate Lights On After School, we honor the champions, innovators, and emerging leaders who make this work possible. Your dedication ensures that every child in California has the opportunity to shine. Thank you so much for all that you do. It is now my pleasure to introduce Malia Villarreal.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you for being here in your leadership and to help us celebrate with everyone today. I am excited to introduce our Champion Award for this year. The Champion Award is something that was created this year, and it was really meant to find a dedicated champion who has advocated for policy changes that create a more just and equitable landscape for all of our children, youth impacted by the California expanded learning ecosystem. And some of the things that we were looking for in a champion include things like demonstrating shared leadership by honoring and elevating the the diverse lived experiences, intrinsic gifts, and wisdom of those closest to the challenges, leveraging these strengths to co-create impact and nurture collective advocacy with the California expanded learning ecosystem. Another thing we look for is someone who's going to be providing support for just and affirming spaces and opportunities that enrich and elevate children, youth, and the adults who work with them. And another thing that we're really looking for in a champion award is to be asset anchored and driven with an aspirational mindset reflected in their words and actions. And so, as we continue to experience threats to education and liberties and the safety in our communities, and sometimes this feeling the effects of maybe societal unrest, uncertainty, maybe in your role or in our roles, or the broader state of the world, we appreciate champions like, and I'm happy to announce, this year's Champion Award is dedicated to Attorney General Bonta. And people like him are willing to advocate for youth, families, and our communities. Unfortunately, his team was not able to make it, nor him, because as you can imagine, the Attorney General's office in California is staying extremely busy. And so I would like everyone in the chat, please share your love and appreciation for Attorney General Bonta and his team. We will definitely be sharing these messages with him, and they wish that they could be here, and they wanted me to share with you all that we hope we have a great celebration. And so some of the things that really stood out about Attorney General Bonta and why we wanted to celebrate him and his team this year was the California AfterSchool Network, along with the Napa County Office of Education, Napa Unified, California Volunteers. We had a site visit, and you can see some of the pictures here that I put in the slide deck. And it was an amazing site visit. And some of the things that really stood out to me and to others when it came to this site visit were a couple of things. One of the things was that his team made it very clear there were two things that were most important to him about this visit, and that were making sure to interact with the kiddos. You can see in the picture, they are so happy he was playing with them. And the other thing was it was really important to him to be able to talk to the people actually doing the work, hearing from them, what are the challenges, what are the impacts, which I think spoke a lot, right, about his leadership. And so that really stood out. And then not just having a site visit with Attorney General was what happened after that, right? So when we look for a champion award, it's really fun to visit site visits, but then what are they doing with that, right? What is the action behind it? And so one thing that him and his team have done, and there had been many, but some of the things have been, he pushed back about the AmeriCorps, 21st Century, and federal education funding when it was withheld. Right? There's a social media lawsuit looking at making sure youth aren't being targeted, and so many more that we just don't have time to get into today. And so one of the things is about AG Bonta and his team is that they're really not afraid to say the hard things and to champion for what I named earlier, right? Especially during times like this. Him and his team also really listen to the community and engage in authentic thought partnership and display compassion and humility in every moment, especially when the cameras were even off, right? And that was something that really stood out to me and the team, and that everyone has interacted with them. And so again, if you all in the YouTube live chat can show a lot of love for Attorney General Bonta and his team, we'll make sure to send that over to him. And AG Bonta and your team, if you see this later, we appreciate you and your champion, the way that you champion for not only expanded learning and the ecosystem that's interacted with it, but all of the youth, families, and community in California and beyond. So with that, I am going to pass it over to my colleague, Troy, and we're going to get into the Emerging Leader Award.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Lights On. Troy Selvey with the California AfterSchool Network, manager for the Equity and Quality team. I have the pleasure and privilege to introduce our emerging leader for this year. This person exudes a lot of the things that I think we look for when giving this award. Not only the stick-to-itiveness, but also the opportunities to think outside the box for the work in which we do. So, Lena Digley, I'd like to congratulate you and welcome you to the space. Dingle, I'm sorry. I'm so apologize, but congratulations. So excited to have you. And I'll give you a chance to introduce yourself to the wonderful folks and tell them a little bit about your work.
Okay, thanks, Troy. Hi, everyone. My name is Lena Dingle, and I'm the ELAP admin intern over here at Whittier Elementary School in the Newport Mesa Unified School District. Just a little bit about myself. I've been in education since 2005. My experiences range from being a kindergarten teacher, second grade, third grade, sixth grade, and also reading. I got into this role 3 years ago with, just a vision in mind. And I also want to say, like, thank you to my team here at Whittier. Like, I wouldn't be able to make an impact at our school without Carmen, Jose, at Sentley, my principal, Dr. Montano, the admin team here at Whittier, and all the teachers here who continue to just show support in the after school program. Also, my fellow admin interns and my district support. I don't think we could do this job without leaning on each other. And, I'm just so excited to see where Whittier is going. We showed some growth in academics and just bringing different experiences to our students, from cooking to swimming, to robotics, to musical theater. It's just fun to see the students like really get excited for after school programs.
Thank you for sharing. Oh, there he is.
Lena, congratulations. And it's always an honor here that you're bringing the knowledge and wisdom and love from the beautiful island of Hawaii, and being able to show a video about a beloved community, and you saying, that was my school. I knew that it was a divine providence that you come here to this space here. And it's an honor to honor you in this kind of platform here. And so I have a question here that I want to ask, and it's going to be about strengths, because that's what we do here. But what is your greatest strength, and how has it helped you in your current role?
Let's see, Diego. Well, I feel like I have two greatest strengths. My first strength is my calmness. I believe in our role. We are faced with many different obstacles, and I think that being calm in this role and sorry, hold on. Okay. Being calm in my role, just being able to look at the bigger picture before any type of reaction, or just looking at what's next step and what's best for our students, and what lessons are we learning in any obstacles. My second strength, and I feel like it's my drive. Growing up in a little town in Waianae, Hawaii, it's very similar to what Whittier is like, and I just feel like Whittier is my home because of my experience growing up in Hawaii. So just me being able to be here, to show the students, like, hey, with drive and hard work, like, you can be successful in whatever that you want to do. Who knows, as a child of two immigrant parents, would be here today receiving this kind of award. So Diego, that's what I feel my two strengths are: my calmness and also my drive.
Lena, thank you so much for, again, dropping so much of the wisdom. Like Diego said, like I think I knew from the moment I met you that you just had the it factor, and I am very excited to be able to congratulate you. And I know that this is not going to be the last time that we hear your name or see your face at the statewide level. So best of luck to you as you continue. And I'm going to continue this train by passing it on to Bessie in Region 1.
Thank you, Troy. Hello, everyone. My name is Bessie Glossinger, and I'm up here in Region 1. We're Del Norte, Humboldt, Mendocino, Lake, and Sonoma counties. And I am here to introduce you to our awardee for Region 1, Sandos McCovey. Sandos and I had a chance to work together starting about 14 years ago. I was able to see her in action at Crescent City Elk Middle School. And I don't know if you guys realize this, but it takes a special person to work middle school in the expanded learning programs. Since then, Sandos has grown into the director of expanded learning position, and I think this position was made for her. She was not only able to staff all of her programs, which is a huge feat up in the far north, but she was also able to increase wages with the ELOP additions. She was able to increase positions being offered. This is huge for this rural community. In addition, with ELOP, she was able to do things like this just is mind blowing to me. Having the youth go on the Klamath River jet boat tours, exploring Blue Creek and learning about the Yurok culture up there and learning about the Klamath River history. Every time I talk to you, Sandos, I am just blown away about what you are able to accomplish up there. So, with that, I want to pass the mic. Sandos, you want to share a little bit about yourself?
Yes, thank you. Welcome, everyone. I'm very humbled and proud to be here today. When Michael called, I can say I was a bit, oh no, what's going on? I have been here. This is my second year of stepping into the director position up here. I was in the ground at the middle school for over 10 years. Quite a lot has happened since then. I am just very nervous. And I just want to tell you how thankful I am and appreciative that I've been recognized, because it has been a little bit of a challenge here, and but it's been a good stress. And thank you, Bessie.
So with that, Sandos, just to ground us, can you share a memory in your expanded learning career that you are most proud of?
Oh my goodness. So when you told me you were going to ask me this question, I'm like, do I go to when I was working with the youth? Because there are so many. I can tell you when I was at Crescent Elk at the middle school, we were doing extra hours and after school to be able to help students who were at risk to not graduate. And during my tenure there were 42 eighth grade students who I personally tutored over those years that were able to walk across that stage as eighth graders. So that was a very rewarding moment for me. I see some of those youth out in the community today, and I get nothing but smiles. And I think, gosh, when I first saw that kid who is now a young adult, and as a director, just being able to extend the calendar and the hours for the employees to make sure that they're all benefited positions now, and that those extended hours on their calendar and during their day is allowing for professional development, which helps with, our quality standards of continuous quality improvement and quality staff, which of course leads to safe environment and, all those other wonderful CQI standards that we're trying to meet up here. So yes, thank you.
Well, I am privileged to shine a light on you today for Lights On After School, and I'm honored to work with you. With that,
Thank you.
I'm going to pass the mic over to Jeff, Region 2.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jeff Sahlberg with the Region 2 Expanded Learning Services out of Butte County Office of Education, and it is truly an honor to recognize Bobby Wyon, who recently retired after serving as the after-school program coordinator for Reading School District. And Bobby has spent more than 20 years, I believe, supporting students and families through the Promise After School program. She is well known for her genuine care and really depth of care for people, building her strong teams, helping her staff grow into leaders. And I've seen that firsthand, just as many of her team members completed our Developing After School Leaders Academy, DAZZLE. And thanks to her encouragement, really, and her dedication to building up those around her. So, Bobby, at this time, I want to invite you to just share a bit about yourself, about the work you've been doing in Reading, or really anything that you'd like to share. Go ahead and unmute. There you go.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. I'm always the one with the technical problems. I am so honored. It's just been an amazing run for me here with my career at the Reading School District, and I was one of those ones with tears with Michael Funk because it's hard to say. It's not really saying goodbye, but I put so much into the students and the programs here with the Reading School District that these were not only were the students my babies, but the programs were too. And leaving this month this month is my retirement month, and it's been a very rough and hard emotional transition, but so humbling because I know that the lives that I've touched with these kids that's what is in my heart. And I had the opportunity yesterday to actually, one of our sites did their Lights On event yesterday, and I was there helping, and it was just in a whole different role, and it was just so much fun. I mean, it was like I still belong. So I know I'll get invitations to help, and I am very proud to have who's sitting in my seat now, my successor. I know she's gonna do a wonderful job, and I am so proud to have her take over what I've built over the last 4 years in this position.
That's great to hear, Bobby. It's fun to see you say, this is your retirement month, and yet, I know that you were on site recently. You'll be on site today, so not quite ready to let go yet. But thankful to hear that you've got faith in your successor. So before we wrap up, just one question: since you have spent your career really helping others grow, what advice would you give to someone new to youth development who wants to make a meaningful impact?
Well, it's funny because Michael Funk said the first thing that came to my mind was lead with love. And that's what we have to do. We have to have patience and an open heart. I mean, each of these kids that we meet have their own story. And sometimes what they need most isn't a lesson or a plan. It's to know that somebody cares, that somebody wants to listen to them, believe in them, and show up for them day after day. And to me, true leadership is in youth development. It isn't about titles or authority at all. It's about the steady positive impact that you have, the examples that you set, and the way you treat others, and the way you handle challenges teaches more than words can, because those little eyes are on you all the time. So you have to lead by example with integrity and kindness at all times. And you can't worry about being perfect, because just be present. The small moments make a huge impact on those lives of those kids. And we just want to make an impact on them as much as we can, and have them feel the trust and laughter and, every time that you're with them. And it isn't working, we need to remember it isn't about just helping kids grow. It's also helping us grow as leaders. We have to stay curious. We have to keep learning, and surround yourself with people that want to share your passion and make that difference. It's not always easy, but it's so worth it. And just knowing that you help and guide them, that's, it's something that'll stay with me forever as far as what I've done in my career.
That's a good word, Bobby. Take advantage of those small moments. Well, thank you. Congratulations again. You have made a lasting mark on your team, your students, the field of expanded learning, and this region. So thank you again.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you. And with that, I'll turn it over to Corey Obi to introduce our next awardee.
Thank you so much, Jeff, and thank you for those wonderful words, Bobby. Good morning, everyone. My name is Corey Ovi, and I am here representing the Region 3 team in the Sacramento County Office of Education. And on behalf of all of us, we are so excited to present this year's award to Callista Gallagher, who works with the Sacramento, we call it the center. It's the Sacramento Chinese Community Service Center here in Sacramento. She is the Twin Rivers Unified Coordinator of the Youth Workforce Development Program. And I met Callista 2 years ago when I started in this role, and throwing back to Troy when he said the it factor, Callista has the it factor. I knew from the moment that I met her and just the work that she was doing. Some people are just born to be in youth development, and she is just, she she is youth development. She is positive youth development. She leads with love, and it's just been so exciting to watch what she is doing with youth workforce. So, Callista, I'm going to pass it to you to introduce yourself.
Well, thank you so much. I feel so honored to be in this space. After school is something that's near and dear to my heart. It's not something that I was able to participate myself in as a youth, and I really felt the effect of that. And so even in high school, I said that after school was a space that I wanted to be in, not even really knowing what that looked like. I was an intern in high school for a private after school program, and I decided from then that, this is something I want to do. And so from there, it's just kind of a trajectory, right? Launching into this field, and I've loved every minute of it. Like Corey said, I currently serve our youth workforce program in the Twin Rivers Unified School District. We have 5 high schools, 75 interns, juniors and seniors that are all paid to give back to their community, to tutor and mentor their younger peers at our elementary after school sites. And so I feel really blessed and honored to be here. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful to the center for really believing in this program. It really is an investment in our youth. I'm so thankful to, Corey and the Region 3 team for partnering with us, Twin Rivers Unified for really supporting us and piloting this program. It's really unique for the region. For my team, our staff, in my position, I have the opportunity to work with our elementary teams, our high school teams, and everyone's come together to really buy into this program. There's a deep love for it. I'm really excited to see where it's going to go. So I'm really excited to see where we're headed.
Thank you so much. Like I said, you have the it factor and you have the passion, but as we all know, sometimes this work is not easy, especially because we are often building the plane as we fly it, right? And when we're talking about youth workforce programs, that is often the case. So who or what is something that motivates you?
Yeah, so like you said, we all have tough days, right? And so the who or what is my why. And the reason I do this is I think about little me that didn't have access to these opportunities, and I see myself in these youth that I build opportunities for. I'm the oldest of 5 siblings, and so I see my little siblings and the youth that I serve. And I also think about my family, a working family that really would have benefited from having programs like this. And so I think about our working families that we currently serve. And that is what really drives me in really envisioning new opportunities for our students and supporting and creating these career pathways as well.
Well, thank you so much. Again, we are so excited to recognize you. This is so well deserved, and you are making a lasting impact, not just on our littles, right, who ELOP was designed to serve, but also on our high school students, our future workforce, who we know are sometimes don't get as much support as they need. So congratulations, and I will pass to my friend Shamia in Region 4.
Thank you, Corey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Lights On After School. My name is Shamia Sandals, and I'm a program director at the Alameda County Office of Education, supporting the expanded learning programs across Region 4. Our team includes my colleagues, Lorena Morales-Ellis and Monica Dennis, as well as our regional lead, Akila Bird. We support Alameda, Contra Costa, Marin, Napa, San Francisco, San Mateo, and Solano. In our work, we've seen firsthand how dedicated people turn challenges into opportunities to better serve students and families. So we are happy to introduce Claudia Medina as one of those people and our regional award winner. For 13 years, she's been a leader at the Alameda Unified School District and is currently the ELOP coordinator. Through her position, she has looked for new ways to support working families and immigrant communities by providing what's best for their children during the expanded learning hours. Recently, she invested into STEAM programs through using her ELOP funds, giving students hands-on opportunities to build, problem solve, and tell stories while learning the foundations of technology and creativity that they'll need to thrive in the future. Claudia also supports her staff through tools like guidance for the staff that supports TK and K and recreating the parent handbook, all to make her program stronger and more connected to the families that she serves. She's a mentor, a cheerleader for her own 2 kids, and a true inspiration in our expanded learning community. Please join the Region 4 team in celebrating Claudia Medina. I pass it over to you.
Thank you so much, Shamia, Akila, the whole Region 4 team, and my colleagues in this fantastic Bay Area region. I'm humbled, honored when Michael called me. Of course, I was honored and thankful. And I say, why me? And so thank you, Michael. Thank you, Akila, Shamia, for believing in my work, for believing in the meaningful impact that we do have. I'm dedicated to this work myself because I myself have children. I understand where technology is going. I'm focused on STEAM education, SEL education. When we look into the future and AI, we're seeing its impacts right now. And so my job, my dedication is to build the skills, tools, that will provide the creativity, imagination, adaptability that will be so necessary for jobs of the future, jobs that our children will be doing. And so making learning meaningful now, working with our young youth force, workforce in developing their own skills is really important. Seeing this as a stepping stone into the educational field is something that I'm really passionate about. And so I'm just honored to be among these wonderful awardees today and here to be of service.
Thank you, Claudia. I love your vision for the future, how you see this as a stepping stone, not only for the students that you serve, but for the staff that you're working with as well. So my question for you is, what are your core values or principles that guide your work with young people?
Wow. Well, as you know, as an immigrant myself, right? Service. I think that when we are in service to others is where we find the most meaning in our lives. It's a core value. It's an important distinction to make, that when we're in service to others, we pay attention, we look for trends, we identify needs, and we find the courage within ourselves to speak to those needs so that we can better serve those who need it most, but also our society, whether they are, on the privilege scale or on the or not. We want everybody to have the tools to thrive so that it can be a more equitable society, and for others to advocate for those who need it most as well. So we want to build that muscle of humanity and kindness and paying it forward. I really do believe that we can have a better world. We just need to invest in our children.
Thank you for those words, Claudia, and thank you for your service. It does not go unrecognized. And so with that, I like to give one final round of applause for our awardee, Claudia, and pass it over to my colleague, Maura.
Thank you. Great. Thank you, Shamia, and thank you, Claudia, and congratulations to all of the award winners today, and happy Lights On Day. This is just an absolutely incredible opportunity to highlight everybody who has done so much in the field of expanded learning. And my name is Mara Wold. I'm the Region 5 lead for the System of Support and Expanded Learning based out of the Monterey County Office of Education. My colleague Letty Gomez Gong and I support 4 counties in Region 5, including Monterey, Santa Clara County, Santa Cruz, and San Benito. And I have had the distinct honor and privilege of getting to know Derek V. Jackson, and who our award recipient today, who has really embodied transformational leadership in his entire career at both the state and local level. And when I first met Derek, he was brand new to ELOP, and I will never forget the first time we met, Derek, and you said, Mara, I don't know anything about this program. Show me some sites. I got to see what's good out there and what's going on. And you have truly embodied this notion of being a lifelong learner with curiosity and innovation and seeing the connections between instructional day and the potential for the connections and innovation in expanded learning programs. And we, on behalf of the team and the entire Region 5 family, we are very humbled to honor you today. And I'd love for you to say a few words and introduce yourself to our community here.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Derek Jackson from Cupertino Union School District, where we actually, our district, we focus on the whole child, like every school district. But, we try to align our after-school program work to our priorities, which is priority 1 and 4 and 3. But priority 1, I do want to speak to where it supports each child in developing the skills and characteristics of our CUSD Portrait of a Learner, including academic content, skills, and our 7 competencies. This year, we've been focusing on our effective communicator and an inclusive collaborator. And that's what we try to do in our program and after school, where we ask our kids to be effective communicators, to talk about what they need, to be clear on that when they work with their peers, and also to be inclusive collaborators where they work in teams. Now, a little bit about me, I'll talk fast to keep it short. Actually, when I reflect back, I think about really starting this work in community outreach back in 1980 when I was working with my mother, where we created free community summer camp programs for the kids in our neighborhood. So I think back to that, and then I went into teaching, and then I transitioned to an admin in 2001, and now I'm working at the district level to really have impact on our students, because they will be the one that can change what happens tomorrow.
That's great, Derek. Thank you. And I do have a question for you in terms of what advice you would give someone new to youth development who wants to make a meaningful impact.
Well, I would tell anyone, when you think of impact, it's all about impacting kids. So the first thing I would do would advise anyone to talk to the students who you're going to serve. What do they need? And then talk to the families. What do they need? And then build a program about an area of need. Right. So that's one. The other would be to have open and consistent communication with partners, the companies who may support the program, the staff inside the district who will be working with kids, and have a blueprint in place that will last even when you are gone, right? To put things in place that'll last a lifetime, but focusing on the kids. So to be student centered will help drive any program.
And Derek, I just want to share with everybody how you sign all of your emails. And because it really resonates with me, you sign off, "Have a great day on purpose." And I want you to know that those emails, every time I get them, it's a beautiful and friendly reminder to each of us that with intentionality and with our love, we truly can make a difference. And I just want to say thank you so much for your heart, passion, and commitment, and for everything that you do. Just appreciate you. And it is with pleasure that I pass the baton now to my colleague in Region 6, Danielle Jones.
Thank you, Mara. And I would like to add my congratulations to all the awardees today. It is my pleasure to be able to recognize and highlight, and truly a privilege to be able to work with this young lady, Sargina Yonan. When we had an opportunity to sit as a team. Oh, and by the way, I also serve in the system of support for expanded learning. I'm part of the Region 6 Training and Technical Assistance team. And
we know it's a great big family here in Region 6. So we had an opportunity to talk about like who is it that we are going to nominate this year, and Sargina's name came up time and time again. And because we're a family here in Region 6, I want to bring a voice from the field to just tell you a little bit more about Sargina, then I'm going to pass the mic over to her. So these are the words of a colleague and friend. Sargina is a fierce and intentional leader who builds confidence and capacity within her expanded learning staff and the youth that she serves. She thoughtfully implements curriculum and provides professional development to ensure her team feels supported and equipped to deliver high-quality instruction. Our colleague and friend is sharing about a visit this summer to Sargina's program. And I also got to go to that site visit. And we noticed that students were fully engaged in enriching hands-on activities such as drumming, gaga ball, think mosh pit, and dissecting a cow eye. There wasn't a dull moment as students explored, learned, and expressed their excitement through their very experience. Sargina leads with compassion, always considering the needs of families and the meaningful experience that shapes her students' growth. Her intentional leadership and commitment to excellence makes her a driving force in expanded learning. So please join me in celebrating Sargina. And with that, Sargina, I'm passing the mic over to you.
Thank you, Danielle. I just want to say, I guess, thank you so much for the nomination and for receiving this award. And I guess, like in my school district in Linden Unified, I have the privilege of leading programs that center on belonging and creativity and connection for both students and staff. The work that we do is about creating safe and supportive spaces where young people can explore who they are and what they care about, and that includes our staff. We hire, all ages, so we do hire high school students as well, and it's beautiful what they're able to do when they're here. Through work, and thank you, Michael, through work with the Center for Systems Awareness, and thank you, Danielle, for that as well. I'm able to use compassionate systems tools and practice those tools to help staff deepen reflection and see the larger system that they're a part of and lead from a place of empathy and purpose. And so I'm really grateful for Michael and for Danielle and the center for bringing those tools to me and for me to be able to pass those on to others. Across the region, I'm able to collaborate with people like Danielle and others who share that vision, and able to integrate those things like social emotional learning and systems thinking to help connect, I guess, to build compassion and build connected programs where students and the adults can thrive. I guess like at the heart of my work, and Danielle and I talk about this a lot, is it's guided by my core values of advocacy, service, and authenticity, which ensures, my students and my staff have opportunities to grow, belong, and lead with confidence. So I just, again, want to say thank you. So that's a little bit about the work that I do. And I just want to say thank you to all of those in the field and all my mentors along the way. And most of you know who you are because a lot of you are on this call. And so, yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Sargina, it truly is a privilege to have had the opportunity to see you grow from our work years ago. And you were a site coordinator for Stanislaus Union and now a district director at Linden Unified. And I see those core values in everyday practice. So can you tell us a little bit more how they guide your work with your youth, including your staff, right? And your community?
Yeah, so I think also through the work with Center for Systems Awareness, I've learned the importance of connection before content, that meaningful relationships are the heart of meaningful learning. And so with that at like the center of it all, and then my core values have helped guide my work, which are advocacy, service, and authenticity, as I previously said. And then these values, I think, just constantly remind me of the work that I do. They're just at the heart of everything, with advocacy, constantly, at the heart of standing up for our students, our staff, and our families, and making sure that somebody's always advocating and in their corner, serving with empathy and purpose every day, and always leading with honesty, and an open heart. And I think I learned that from an early age, from Danielle and I've talked about this a lot. It's something that was embedded in me from an early age from my family, and so. For me, expanded learning is about creating safe spaces where students feel valued, seen, and heard, and where they know they belong and they can show up as their full selves. And I think that's what grounds me and gives this work meaning, and it allows me to show up and remember those core values every single day. So.
Well, thank you once again. Our gratitude to you, especially our team gratitude for all the work that you do. Like I said before, I see those core values showing up every day in practice. I get the privilege and the honor to support you and your team, and I get to see it in practice every day. So thank you, Sargina. And I now have the pleasure to turn the mic over to my friend and colleague, Virginia, with Region 7.
Well, good morning, everybody, and happy after school Lights On Celebration Day. I am super excited to be here today, getting to present Angela Reese Alvarez to you from Tulare County. I'm Virginia Cepeda. I get to serve as the region lead for Tulare, Kings, and Madera counties, but part of a bigger Region 7 team. There's two other leads. We support together at Mariposa, Merced, Madera, Kings, Tulare, and I seem to leave one of the children out of the out of the list. It feels like you're listing all of your students, but Angela is from Fresno County, excuse me. Angela is from the Cutler-Orosi community here in Tulare County, and I'm excited that you get a chance to get a peek into our area through Angela. She's worked in the field for well over 20 years, and one of the things when I think about Angela is it's not just the number of years why she surfaces to the top that she has served in this area. That is important. It's just the depth and the love and the commitment. It's just what has come about because she's been in the work. She's done it is transformative work, and especially in a rural area, that can be very challenging. But Angela, one of the other things that I remember about you is that you're always one to laugh. I remember laughing several times when things get really tough. She's a voice in her community. She's a developer. She's a coach. She just cares deeply about her community. It's home, and she takes a lot of pride in that. So I'm going to turn over the mic to her so she can tell you a little bit more about herself, and what makes her come to this work every day full.
Thank you, Virginia. And I apologize. I'm having a little bit of issues with my internet. It's like me, it's a little glitchy. So apologies up front. Thank you so much for this award. It has been 18 years. October 20th was my 18th year at Cutler Rossi Joint Unified School District. And all of those years have been in expanded learning. So you can tell that expanded learning is not just a job for me. It's who I am. It's part of my DNA. And so this award means a lot because it is coming from expanded learning. So I'm truly grateful. I'm blessed here at Cutler Rossi. Thankfully, I have a strong district support. I do want to thank my superintendent, Yolanda Valdez. I recognize Mrs. Valdez because she has opened so many doors for us. If you don't sit at the table in expanded learning, it's very hard to navigate through all of the systems that happen at the school side. So when she came on board, she championed after school. She made sure all of our arrows were pointing the same direction as the school sites. And she really took us under our wings, and we've come so far under her leadership. So definitely want to thank her for that. Everything that happens here happens because doors are open for us here in the after school program. But we all know the real work happens on the front line. Our site leads, our staff, and being here for 18 years, I've had a lot of staff and I've had a lot of site leads. And I've had the privilege of working with some amazing people. And they're the ones who run the program day in and day out. They are the ones who build the relationships with the families and the students. They are the ones who are the face of our program. And I could not have done any of this without them. So kudos to all the work that they've done. It's hard living in a small community because you have to build your own partners because we don't have big companies that we can go to. And my staff do an excellent job in doing that. I do want to give a shout out to my family. I know my mom's on. She navigated the whole YouTube thing. So thank you, Mom. I appreciate all that my mom, my sister Cynthia, and my niece Adriana. I roped my family into doing all the things that I do here in after school. And they never say no. They always go with the flow. I also want to thank my husband. It's hard because after school just doesn't happen after school. It happens on the weekends. Now with ELOP, it happens on 30 extra days. And so all of that plays a big part in what you do. And he never complains. He played the Grinch for Christmas. He did it with the Grinchy smile, but he did it. And so when you have that kind of support, it really makes a difference. And Virginia, thank you to you. We have a group of friends here at Region 7 that get together and we navigate through ELOP and ACEs, and we call you and we're like, Virginia, asking for a friend, but I have a question, and you do the best that you can to answer the questions for us, and we definitely appreciate that. After school is a beast, but when you have the people around you that open the doors for you and support you, you can move mountains.
Well said. Thank you, Angela. And bringing partners there's been times where I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how she does it, but you definitely have ability to connect with people and your community. It really literally is a family event when you're touching it. And that's why it's such a strong part of the community. And you're right, it is all those partners at your district around you. Your community is a very tight-knit one, and you're a huge reason why kids are connected, and not just in isolated grades, but throughout. You get to see them. You've seen loads of kids grow up right before your eyes and probably coming back as staff, which I think I've heard you say before. And so that's a testimony too. So thank you so much for what you're investing, what you have invested, what you continue to invest into your staff. So quick question about growing, because you will never stop. You are a learner for sure. Do you have any new goals or projects that you're excited about?
I would say my goal is to retire, but I'll never leave expanded learning. But I do want to say, oh my goodness, we have an incredible aquatic center that Cutler Rossi Joint Unified School District and the community just opened. And we are extremely proud about that because it has been a long time coming. I mean, we talked about it when I was in high school. So when the dinosaurs ruled the world, we were talking about this pool. So it finally has come. So you know what that means for expanded learning? It means that our goal is to teach every student water safety. And we've built that into our upcoming summer program. So that is the theme for our summer program this school year, is to teach students water safety. We want to make sure all of our students have that life-saving skill. And so, here here's a new project that our community has developed. And so, with the addition of ELOP and our ACES program, our students are going to rule that pool this summer. We're going to take full advantage of all of this opportunity. I do have to say, with the addition of the ELOP program in partnership with the ACES program, just that combination, we can do so much for our students now. The possibilities are endless. Mr. Comaquin, who is our ELOP administrator, and I, every day we talk about, we can do this for our students, we can do this for our students, and just some of the things that we've done. It's so heartwarming to hear the students wonder and amazement and just awe of, like, I would have never done this had it not been for after school. And that is just so heartwarming. And that is the beauty of after school.
Yeah, I think when I think about you and Mr. Comaqueen, I think the questions you ask are, why not? And you go after it. And you're creative and you can stretch a dollar like I've never seen before between both of you. So thank you so much, Angela, for all your hard work. And it's been a pleasure getting to work with you. And I'm looking forward to the next season. So I'm, with that, going to turn it over to Ernesto Duran in Region 8.
Thank you, Virginia. My name is Ernesto Duran. I am the regional director for Region 8. That lights on picture of 2014 was of Debbie Badger from our region, Region 8, from the AOK program in Santa Barbara Unified School District, alongside with Jerry Maurer and Marlena Urich, who were our regional support. All three of them have since retired, and Debbie spent about 20 years working in expanded learning. And our next awardee and I have worked closely with Region 8's past four honorees, Raven Ipa, over 20 years, Ginger Shea, over 18 years, Jamie Cherry, over 17 years. And now it is an honor for me to introduce Kim Gaspar, who I've known for over 17 years. She and I started working in expanded learning just about the same time. I consider Kim a friend and a dear colleague. Kim has spent her career helping youth and communities flourish through high quality after school programs, community work, leading with vision and dedication that have truly positive touch countless of students' lives and folks in her community, particularly in the Paso Robles School District and of course in Region 8. Congratulations, Kim.
Thank you,
Please.
Ernesto. I appreciate it. I'm very honored to receive this award. I've been working with Ernesto in Region 8 for 20 years, and I truly appreciate all the support from Ernesto, Michael Funk, and their teams. It's great just to have people that have been around for such a long time instead of, changeover and you have to kind of, meet new people. It's nice just to have old friends in the region that you can speak with that support you. I have the privilege over the last 20 years to come to work each day working in after school programs in Paso Robles, first with People Self-Help Housing, and then the last 15 years with the Paso Robles School District. I'm just proud that we get to send students every day to their classroom with completed homework so that they're proud and they don't start the day feeling awkward that it's not done. We offer new and exciting experiences with our students. We build, most importantly, lasting relationships. Many of these kids will be with us from now TK through 6. I have a couple 6th graders now. Every day they remind me, Mrs. Gaspar, we've been here since kindergarten, and they're just very, very excited. We do this work as a team, and I share this honor with my dedicated staff who show up every day with creativity. It's the best job. My family, it's like the lady before said that you live it, you breathe it. Your family knows all about what you do. I'm just very, very proud of the program, and I just feel very blessed to do what I do every day.
Thank you, Kim. We don't get to see each other often, but every time we connect, we start our conversations with just catching up on what's going on with our personal lives, what's going on with your adult children now, right?
Yes.
Your husband, Where are you off to next with your RV? What's going on? And it's such an honor for me to have spent all these years working closely with you. And when I chatted with you this morning, you were shopping, you were getting I think some food for your staff, and it's a good segue for the next question. What is a memory in your expanded learning career you're most proud of?
Well, I'm just going to add that I'm a new grandma too. I have a one-year-old
that is true.
granddaughter that
Yes,
I'm
yes,
very excited about, and we're
yes.
super excited about our Lights On After School event. We're doing a picnic style with our families, and we're providing meals, of course, for our staff so that they can join us after work. I would say like two things. One of the things that happens in Paso Robles with our school district is that our high school graduates put on their cap and gown. They go, they bus them to their elementary schools, and they do a graduate walk, and all the kids have posters, the elementary kids, and the teachers are really proud to see their students that are now graduating. And then they go to the multipurpose room and they ask them each what their favorite memory is. And many, many, many of them say it's the after school program, it's the staff, it's the help with the homework, and it's the activities. So it's a proud moment for my team, but it's a proud moment for me as well, because it just means that our program is doing, what we're supposed to be doing. And it's just an exciting time. And then the other would be over this last summer, we worked really long hours. Many of my staff came in the summer to support our office so that we could grow our program and expand the amount of students we're serving. We're serving twice as many students with the ELOP funds. And again, I know we're all very excited to have these funds because we get to serve more students. And we're partnering with local agencies, and which I never thought we would do on campus. But we're actually building strong relationships. Ernesto and I have had a lot of conversations about this, but I'm very excited about our partners. And again, they're supporting us on campus, and we're learning from them. I'm learning from them every day. So I'm very proud of that as well. So thank you again for honoring me.
Thank you, Kim, for your dedication and just being who you are.
Thank you,
We're very lucky
Ernesto.
to have you. Congratulations.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too, my dear friend. And with that, I'll turn it over to my colleague from Region 9, Brenda San Roman, who will introduce our next awardee. Brenda.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and happy Lights On. My name is Brenda San Roman, and I am a proud team member of the Region 9 Imperial County SSEL team. It is my true privilege today to congratulate Mr. Antonio Marquez from the El Centro Elementary School District at Lincoln Elementary Expanded Learning Program. Mr. Marquez exemplifies the transformative power of dedication and the arts. With over 12 years of experience, he has created opportunities for students to grow as performers and individuals through film and musical theater. His work fosters creativity, confidence, and character, inspiring students to believe in themselves and contribute to their community. Antonio Marquez doesn't just teach, he transforms students' lives, and we are so proud to celebrate his remarkable contributions to expanded learning. Mr. Marquez, I invite you now to please share a little bit about yourself.
Yes, thank you. I would just like to start off by thanking a few people that have played a very big role in where I am now. I would just like to give a shout out to my awesome superintendents here at El Centro School District. I would also like to give a shout out to the Board of Trustees here as well, and Ms. Perez as well, my principal, and the amazing coordinators for our after school program as well. But I also want to give a very big shout out and a thank you to someone who is watching right now from our YouTube link. She's my choreographer, my co-director. Her name is Selena DeLoe. I'm very proud of my students and the work that we get to do every day with them. It has been an amazing experience seeing the positive impact that our arts program has made in their lives. And without their dedication and love for the arts, I would not be able to teach my calling and my passion. I feel very honored to be able to teach them every day. And I see a very bright future for all of my kids that are working with us. And I cannot wait to see them all end up on a stage in some capacity.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Marcus, for sharing a little bit about yourself. Mr. Marcus, can you please share with us what are those core values and principles that guide your work with students and programs?
The core values that guide my work with our program is empowerment, creativity, inclusion, and growth. I believe that every child deserves to be seen, heard, valued, and the arts provides a very powerful space for that to happen. With the performing arts program that we have built here at Lincoln and within our school district, I've watched students step into the spotlight literally and figuratively, and they discover a number of things within themselves. They discover confidence, teamwork, self-expression, and we are truly changing the narrative to a positive one every day. And teaching theater has always been my dream, but what makes it truly meaningful is seeing, again, the positive impact that it has had on our students and the way that it has opened doors for them. I believe that the arts builds community and it helps them to remember that their voices matter. And I have that belief that every student has the potential that is just waiting to be seen. And that really drives everything that I do with anything going forward in my life.
Thank you, Mr. Marcus. We are truly, truly proud of just everything that you've accomplished in expanded learning in the lives that you're impacting through the programs. And so with that, I will turn it over to Ms. Daniela from Orange County.
Thank you so much, Brenda. Good morning, everyone, and happy Lights on After School. I would like to extend congratulations to all the awardees today for this amazing event. My name is Daniela Arbizzi, and I'm the county lead for the Expanded Learning System of Support at Orange County Department of Education, supporting expanded learning programs across Orange County in Region 9. I am so excited to be here today and celebrate our awardee, Ms. Lori Jimenez, Coordinator for Expanded Learning at the Tustin Unified School District in Orange County. I met Lori almost 2 years ago when I started this position at the county, and I was immediately impressed by her passion and commitment to students, as well as her drive to elevate programs through innovative practices, most recently implementing AR, attendance recovery. Lori is a true leader in the expanded learning field. She has overseen expanded learning programs since 2013, ensuring that students have access to enriching, innovative, high-quality after-school experiences. With the foundation in elementary education, Lori brings both heart and expertise to her work. Her dedication, compassion, and creativity continue to shape inclusive and supporting learning environments for students and families across Orange County. It is my pleasure now to introduce Lori Jimenez.
Thank you so much, Daniela. This is such a privilege and an honor. I really appreciate the nomination and the time to be here with all these wonderful people. This is my 13th year doing this, and I have had the privilege of a long career in education. As you mentioned, teaching elementary school. I also taught college, special needs adults, job skills for them. I had an opportunity to teach homeschool children where they got to come to school for a day in the public school and work with groups. And then took a pause from that education and ran a home for women and children, a residential treatment home, and got to teach the mothers parenting skills. And it's just amazing work. And in that work, I had the opportunity to help those mothers register for after-school programs and showed them how important, this part of the education process is as well. And from there, found my way 13 years ago into this position. And I have to say, this work is so impactful, aligned with the school day as an extension of the school day, but brings such a additional important level to what the children need daily, these children that are in the program. It's they help with the academics, but this informal setting allows for such a different level of relationship building and communication with the students, and so much comes out of that, so much needs, a different aspect is covered in these children's lives. The job is just amazing. I love it so much. I love Angela said it's a beast. It is a bit of a beast to tackle, but it's so great to do. And I feel so supported by my district. Tustin Unified's amazing, from the board to the cabinet, administration, principals, every single department. I'm not even going to name it because every department helps and has a hand in making this program run so well. The staff that run it, that work with the students, incredible. The dedication, the care, the compassion, the relationships. And then OCDE and CDE, I just have to thank you. You're a system of support, and the support was needed when I ran ACES, but when ELOP came, that's when the beast came. The support is incredible. You, Daniela, Manuel, Fred, Josh, before walking me through FPM, and there's no way any of us could do this without all the people that help us and support us. So the job is awesome, and I just really, really appreciate the opportunity, and thank you so much for this award. It means a lot. It really does.
That's great, Lori. I have a question now for you. Who or what is something that motivates you?
So, working in a rewarding field like this is motivation for sure. And the thing that motivates me day to day, though, in continuing the work and being so happy to do it and positive, it definitely is the stories and the children. And, I have some of the pictures in there, the things that, we've done with them, and it just hearing what they're doing, seeing what they're doing. I have a picture there of a mother and a daughter with cookies. And I remember the night that they did parent night, and the way the two of them, including the mom, was sitting there decorating that cookie. They just loved it. They were so proud. These moments are so important to them. And hearing the stories from the staff gets so excited, and hundreds of people over these years, young people developing their careers in service and in enjoying this work and making a difference. And also, all along with all the positives, I think it's seeing the motivation is seeing the difference this makes for these families. I just really have sort of a story stuck in my head of a time a child had an extremely tragic thing happen in their family after they went to school. It happened, and the parent held on to it for the whole day and came to the after school program and asked the coordinator if they could please sit with their child and talk to them about what happened. And that was the person that they went to, our coordinator, to help them. And it's like, you want to talk about an impact, it's huge. It's huge what they do. So that's what motivates me, is this program is very important to these families and to these children.
Thank you so much for your words, Lori. And once again, congratulations for this award. Thank you for the amazing work that you do for students and families. I'm so proud to be working alongside with you, and I look forward for the next chapters. And with that said, it is my pleasure to turn it over to my colleague in Region 9, San Diego, Christopher Stevens.
Thank you so much, Daniela. As Daniela mentioned, my name is Christopher Stevens. I am the coordinator for the System of Support for Expanded Learning down in Region 9, San Diego. It's my honor to recognize a truly inspiring leader in our field, Mrs. Vanessa Cass. I've been in my role for a little over a year and a half, and she is one of those people that I would continually see in space after space after space and just be like, oh, you're here too. Oh, you're here too. Oh, awesome. Good to see you again. She is an incredible leader who leads with both strategy and heart, building strong, capable teams and creating spaces where young people and staff thrive. She's not only strengthening her organization of the YMCA, but also helping to elevate expanded learning across our entire region. Please join me in congratulating Mrs. Cass.
Hello, everyone. I'm Miss Cass. I'm from ELP South over at the YMCA. I'm super honored. I'm honored to be recognized today with so many amazing people. Of course, as we all said, when you receive a call from Mr. Michael Funk himself, you're like, wow, this is special. This has got to be up there from his personal phone, not a landline. So I definitely feel very honored. I didn't expect to be here, be recognized for anything I do out of the norm. This is what I love to do. I started as a stay-at-home mom, and finally, when my kids started getting older, I said, I need a job. I need to do something because I can't be with them all the time. I was PTA mom. I volunteered forever. And I found the why. The why was definitely something that my kids enjoyed. They would always talk about it. I didn't know about it until I started. 16 years later, now I'm here, still developing, still working on my own plan and our staff's plan. I was at a school site for 13 years at Harborside Elementary. As you can see, a lot of the pictures. I built some long-lasting memories there. I couldn't leave, and finally, when they took me away from there 3 years ago, I became the trainer and development coordinator for the YMCA ELP programs, where I get to share my love and passion for all of our programs with all of our families. I couldn't do it alone. As you can see, I've worked with many people across the 16 years, and of course, my colleagues here in the office. They make it look easy. We all work super close together, and I think that's why I keep coming back. I'm definitely not going anywhere because I love after school time.
That's amazing. Thank you. Quick question. How do you stay motivated and inspired in a role that can be so emotionally demanding?
Oh, it's draining. It's tiring, especially right now. As a training and development, we train, we share, we play a character every day, I swear, when we're trying to build our passion with all of our staff. But as you can see in all my pictures, my family, because I stayed at home with them forever, they would always say, my husband, my daughter, my son, Mom, why are you going? You're not getting paid. Why do you have to go? What are you volunteering for? Because I'd spend a lot of the time at the school where I worked. And I said, that's our extended family, you guys. I'd make them go volunteer, haunted houses, bingo nights, anytime the school had something to do. Our holiday shows where Santa Claus would have to come out. My daughter was the elf. We would always have them come out and volunteer. My kiddos, we built so many memories there. It's all my kiddos and my family events. At graduations at Harborside, I was MC. I'm MC every year, even last year. I call out everybody's name and I always remind them, when you graduate high school, you come and visit me. You wear that gown, come and visit me, share what you're going to do. I definitely talked a lot about college with them because I wanted them to go to college. I wanted them to be career ready. I told them all, make sure you come and visit. And even now that I'm not there, I get calls from the secretary. Miss Cass, you have a visitor. So it's really nice to see them growing and learning. I see my students everywhere. I see them everywhere, even now as a training and development coordinator. They're coming here. They're coming to work for us. And it's funny because just the other day, one of my shining stars said, Miss Cass, you made it look so easy. I said, well, he said, how did you do it? I said, you know what? I built that level of respect and trust I created with all of you. I set high expectations. I wanted to make sure I saw the greatness in all of you and you saw the greatness in yourself. And I wanted you to succeed in life. So if you were my own kids, my own kids, I definitely shared a lot of memories, still keep in touch with a lot of our families because I couldn't do it alone. We built a community and I get my Harborside fix every once in a while. I'm definitely probably going to go today for their lights on after school because this is my community. I love it. I love it.
That's amazing. I especially love I want to point out the greatness in you and I want you to see it as well. That is so beautiful. Thank you so much, Mrs. Cass. I really appreciate you. Again, please join me in congratulating Mrs. Cass in this award. And with that, I will pass it off to Mr. John Duran in Region 10.
Thank you, amigo Chris. I appreciate that. Felicidades to all the nominees, or actually awardees now, right? You were nominated and now you're receiving an award. So congratulations to you all. And felicidades to all those watching, to the mamás, papás, abuelos, abuelitas, all of you who are on the other channel, right, of YouTube and watching this. And congratulations to you if your relation is receiving an award today. But today we're very proud to honor our friend, we call her friend, colleague, Kaylee Bonnier. And Kaylee comes to us from, many may not know, but she'll share more about it, from Rim of the World Unified School District. It's slightly below Big Bear for those of you who go skiing, but you can ski in Rim of the World. You can definitely cross-country ski as well. And we're honored to recognize her for what she's done. She's come on board fairly new, came on in 2023, was asked to build a program that didn't exist without ELOP funding. So thanks to ELOP, Kaylee took the challenge, built this great program serving 250 students, also does summer as we're asking them to do. And you'll hear it in her voice. She's passionate about what she does, especially providing hands-on experience for her students. She comes to us or came to us from nonprofit world of serving her community and providing that extra touch, if you will, in an area that is considered rural, although Kaylee may not consider it rural, right, Kaylee? But with that said, she continues to support her families, the students, and on call. Somebody earlier mentioned about that they're all hands-on and always there, etc. And Kaylee's one of those that you can call upon and she'll be there. She's been very visible in our world of expanded learning, attending different things, even Boost, right? And it's to give you an idea of where she's located. She's about an hour from my office in San Bernardino. And I don't even think I introduced myself, correct? I was so excited to introduce you, Kaylee. So, and I apologize, my name's John Duran. I'm the region lead for 10 San Bernardino County. And also, I think JC and I are very proud to recognize you today, Kaylee, and have everybody else get to know you. And in a nutshell, I'll let her speak more about herself. But when you speak of Rim of the World or Big Bear, I look at it now after seeing and speaking to Kaylee as Kaylee's mountain. And the reason I say that is because she pretty much had to weather a lot of what happens on that mountain. So I gave her a model. She doesn't know this. I've never shared it with her, but it sounds familiar. It's neither snow nor rain, nor fire, nor gloom of night keeps Kaylee from the swift completion of providing that light and glow in expanded learning programs for her community. So with that, Kaylee, I want you to share a few words, let them know, shout it on the mountain, right, as they say. So I'll turn it over to you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate that. And like John said, I'm have the privilege of working for Rim of the World Unified School District, a rural mountain region right above San Bernardino in the mountains here. And yeah, we've weathered many a storm up here, blizzards, fire evacuation last year, power outages, winds challenges, and the thing that keeps me grounded in this district is just the community. Everybody on this mountain is, mountain strong. They're really resilient and just connected together, and everybody looks out for each other, district staff, community members, families, and that is what I truly love about this community. We have a great supportive board, a great supportive cabinet, district office team, site administrators. I can't say enough about Rim of the World Unified. Like John said, I'm fairly new to expanded learning. I've only been in this field for about 2.5 years. When I started with the school district, we did not have an expanded learning program. So as I sit here 2 years ago to this date, there were 0 students being served in expanded learning. And as I sit here today, we're at 370 students between summer and today. So I'm super proud that we've been able to bring this resource to the community. It was so needed. These students and families were hungry and they were ready for after school programs, for all day summer programs. And I'm just so thankful. I have I have emails and parents and everyone asking almost every week, is there another spot? Can I join? My student loves it. They want to add more days to their schedule, and I'm doing whatever I can to expand. There's still so much work to be done, and I'm really excited about the direction that we're going and expanding our expanded learning program. But I really appreciate this honor. I'm thankful to be able to get to do this work, and I'm looking forward to where we're headed.
Thank you, Kaylee. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. And so you kind of mentioned some of the things, but the question that I'm going to ask you is who or what is something that motivates you?
Absolutely. I have several as I've been thinking and pondering this question for the last day or so, both professionally and personally. I think on the students and the staff, the students are first and foremost the reason that we do this. I want to create spaces that they want to attend, they want to join, they want to feel loved and appreciated and supported. It's all for the students first and foremost. They're the motivator to continue this work and create programs and spaces that they want to attend. And then the staff, the staff that we have working in summer and after school programs is simply amazing. The students want to come to after school program because the staff makes it a place where they feel loved. The staff creates those intentional relationships. They love on these students. They care about these students. They care for each other. I've seen staff come together supporting each other. And that really has been a huge motivator for me. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. So students, staff, and then personally, my faith and my family is a huge motivator. I have a husband that's so supportive that I'm going to cry a little bit, that pushed me into this role and said, you can do this, you got this. My kids, I want to show them what hard work looks like and the benefits from working hard. My parents, they're the ones that taught me hard work. And there's been a quote that we've said in my family for years. And it's, you don't have to go to work, you get to go to work. And I feel that every single day. I don't have to go to work, I get to go to work, and I get this amazing privilege of working in expanded learning. So I'm truly thankful for this honor. I feel like there's so much more work to do. So I was really surprised, but when I received that call from Michael. But John, thank you. Thank you to JC. Thank you for the Region 10 team for your support. All of it is such a motivator for me to keep going and keep working and keep expanding.
Thank you, Kaylee. Great job. Congratulations. Kudos to your family. So when they watch the video, I want to make sure they're acknowledged as well. We appreciate you encouraging her to work further with the community. And yes, there's a lot of work to do, but we know you're the right person to do it up there. And with that said, we want to thank you, JC and myself and our team, for your passion, your corazon, and the impact that you continue to make on Kaylee's Mountain. Thank you, Kaylee. And with that, I'm going to pass it on to Miss Elizabeth Alvarado from Riverside County.
Thank you so much, John. Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to all the recipients. My name is Elizabeth Alvarado, and I am the Program Assistant for Riverside and Mono counties in Region 10. I am honored to be presenting this award to Amber Gascoigne, who is the Director of Expanded Learning for Palm Springs Unified School District. Amber demonstrates innovative leadership through her ability to build meaningful connections with community partners, the students and their families, and of course her colleagues. She's created engaging hands-on learning experiences that spark the curiosity and excitement of the students in Palm Springs Unified School District. Through her collaboration with educators and local organizations, she brings fun, impactful activities to support student successes. She encourages teamwork by welcoming her colleagues to visit her program. She shares resources and exchanges ideas. We are very excited and appreciative of her. Congratulations, Amber.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you everybody for the honor. I don't even know how, I couldn't even begin to thank everybody. I have an incredible team that gets to work with me day in and day out. I am in a district that has supported me from being a teacher to being a principal to now being in this role as expanded learning. And so shout out to every single person here in Palm Springs Unified, because I seriously could not accomplish what we've been able to do without all the love and the support. It was the hardest decision leaving the school site that I was at as principal, leaving my staff, my families, my students to come into this role. But there was something inside of me that knew that this was going to be an opportunity to give more to our students and to allow them more opportunities to thrive in their own lives. And so, with a lot of tears shed, I took this position on, and I'm so grateful that I did. And I'm so grateful for my district to believe in me to do this, because it has been an absolute honor to be serving all of our families and having such a great time doing it.
Thank you, Amber. I do have a question for you. So, in your expanded learning career, what is the memory you are most proud of?
I don't know if I could narrow it down to one, so I've narrowed it down to a few. Every year we build new programs. Every year we're doing something new. And this past year we took kids to Los Angeles, and I remember a little guy sitting behind me on the bus, probably fifth or sixth grade, and he's yelling like, "Oh my gosh, those are skyscrapers! I've never seen them before." And so having those opportunities, we took kids whale watching, seeing them go from the back of the boat to the front of the boat to see whales and dolphins like live in action. Um, we took kids to college visits and did tours, and we're talking like elementary and middle school kids, and they were so excited. And by the time we got back on the bus, they were fully committed to going to college. And I think all of those opportunities are the reason that I do what I do, because our kids deserve the best, and these experiences are going to set their future ahead of them. And in addition to that, I've had the opportunity to partner with so many folks in our community that I had no idea even existed. And by being able to partner with them, they're giving back to our kids, who my hope is one day will be able to be in the workforce with them. And so it's just this gigantic circle that I am so proud to be a part of, and excited to see where the future takes us.
Thank you. And it's exactly your drive and your goals of making sure that your students have all these exposures and opportunities that we really appreciate and value about you and your leadership. And once again, congratulations. Now I will pass it on to Iori from Region 11.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Lights On. My name is Iore Osamwani, and I am one of the California Department of Education consultant for Region 11, Los Angeles County. And it is my honor to introduce Deidre Cohen as the Region 11 awardee for the Innovative Expanded Learning Leadership Award. Deidre serves as the Director of Child Development and Child Care Programs for Glendale Unified School District, bringing over 25 years of experience in early childhood education and expanded learning. She oversees a continuum of programs serving more than 6,000 students. She's also a state level trainer, author, and award winning leader known for her commitment to equity, quality, and innovation. Deidre's work ensures that every child has access to enriching, inclusive, and student-centered opportunities that support both student learning and family success. And as a forward-thinking leader, she is building groundbreaking efforts in transitional kindergarten and the development and implementation of a single comprehensive expanded learning program across Glendale Unified. Her leadership has empowered staff to excel and created enriching opportunities that positively shape student growth, confidence, and lifelong learning. On behalf of the city and Region 11 Expanded Learning Technical Assistance Unit of the Los Angeles County Office of Education, please join me in celebrating the remarkable Deidre Cohen. And at this time, I will pass it over to Deidre for a few words. And Deidre, we would love to know the core values or principles that guide your work with young people. Deidre.
Thank you, Iori. I'm deeply honored to receive this recognition, but my true awardees are my 350 dedicated staff who work tirelessly with the kids every day, support and inspiring the students we serve. I'm also grateful to my admin team, my superintendent, Dr. Watson, our board, my boss, Assistant Superintendent Dr. King, who is always there for constant support, connecting me with the entire district. They always say yes when I throw out some crazy idea. Hey, I want to do this. It's let's connect you with this person and this person. So we get to build this program together. From the ground up, we've just really been able to do some wonderful things, which we couldn't do without this wonderful state that we're in, California, and the support that we get in embracing that after school is so important to our families. I think my core values come from that. When I started in college over 35 years ago, wanting to be a preschool teacher, we kept seeing kids in cars in the dark at night. And a group of my co-students and one of our professors went to the board and said, we need an after-school program, a nighttime program here for students to go to school. And that need for families to have a safe, loving place to go for their kids is what gives me the power to keep moving. I look at my families every day. What else can I do? How else can I support them? How can we work together? I believe every young person needs to be seen, heard, supported for who they are, where they are. Traditional education doesn't always meet the needs of kids. Sometimes we can do so much more in after school. And I love it when kids come back to me and say, I remember what we did in after school, and now they work for me. That's makes my heart grow every day. I think kids get to explore their strengths and learn about their world and build confidence. And I strive to model that integrity and empathy every day. Just staying kid focused. That's what we all do. I think that's what every awardee has said, is that we just keep those kids at our forethought and we can do amazing things. So thank you.
Thank you for your words, Deidre. Once again, congratulations. And at this time, I will pass it over to Malia.
Thank you. And just want to say another thank you and congratulations to all of our awardees today. It was so inspiring to hear from all of you and all of your work and to see the pictures. I don't know about you all watching, right? But it was so inspiring. And you could see the joy and the happiness and the sense of community that these leaders really help facilitate and create those opportunities. And I think also watching you all talk about your stories, your passions, your values, it really makes me feel proud to be a part of the expanded learning field. And you do such a beautiful job of really representing what this field is all about, right? In California, in expanded learning, out of school time, it really is so magical. And you do such a beautiful job of representing that. And so from the bottom of my heart, just want to say thank you so much. And everyone who's watching, please join me in congratulating again the awardees. And if you're watching this later on, please take a moment to go and reach out to the awardees as well. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Michael to close us out today.
Thank you, Malia. Wow. Thank you so much for all the people who made the introductions today from the System of Support for Expanded Learning. It's obvious the care that and the connection that you feel with those that you nominated. And to Lena, Sandoz, Bobby, Callista, Claudia, Derek, Sargina, Angela, Kim, Antonio, Lori, Vanessa, Kaylee, Amber, Deidre. I didn't expect to be in tears, laughing, smiling as I listened to each of you speak. You have given me so much inspiration today. It's easy to see why you were selected, why you were nominated, to hear the heart, the passion, the authenticity, the purpose, your why. I have been deeply impacted today by each of you that I just called by name. And so congratulations for being selected, and thank you for leading with love and demonstrating love and being so able to articulate so clearly what leading with love means in our work. It is so essential. Whew. And now, for the tens and maybe hundreds of thousands of people who are working in lights in expanded learning who were not awarded today, you deserve to be celebrated. I don't know how many of you feel celebrated day by day. I'm sure those that received the award today, there's many days that you go home tired and had a hard day. Today you were celebrated. You were seen. But there's a whole ocean of people out there who did not receive an award today. And I want you to know that I celebrate you. We celebrate you. We talk about the billions of dollars. It's hard to even comprehend what that means. The billions of dollars that California is investing in our kids. But they're also investing, the state of California is investing billions of dollars in you, each of you. And the real strength, the real asset, is not the money. It's the humans that show up every day to love and care for our children. And our children need so desperately to have a safe, stable relationship that they can count on more than ever. So, to all of us, thank you. We are part of an expanded learning family in California. And I love this community. I love you. And let's keep the lights on after school. Thank you.